Wow, okay. James Harden was traded pretty much straight up for Darius Garland. I know there was a lot of talk about this happening, but I did not actually think it would happen. Um, this is a kind of a weird trade. Two teams that are not that bad, straight up trading point guards. I didn't actually think the Clippers would do it because they're they're on a roll right now. Like they're 17-4 in their last 21 and looking good. And suddenly Harden asks out again. It doesn't surprise me, but I'm like just kind of questioning this. This has been a crazy trade deadline. I won't lie. But let's talk about what this means for both teams. Let's start with the Cavs. This is probably the more interesting side. Let's get the obvious out of the way. They are essentially putting all their chips in now. They're saying we're looking at the wide open East, and we're going for the gut run, going for the finals. They kind of have to because James Harden is so old that it almost doesn't make sense for them to think about kind of like a future with Harden, and this is more a last second Hail Mary to kind of get back on track. They had been underperforming and kind of slipping all throughout this year, so for them to pull this is kind of surprising. Hopefully this backcourt can make it work. I know people have worries about James Harden in the playoffs, and understandably so. But wow, man, I had heard this happening, but I was like, it doesn't actually happen, right? It seems almost like too weird of a trade, and I just can't wrap my head around it. But keep moving on. I don't know why Garland is out. I know he has the toe injuries, right? I don't know why they kicked him out the door, though, because it almost doesn't make sense for the Cavs to do this. Almost. And I understand why, right? Darius Garland had a lot of injury issues, especially with his feet. And as a point guard, that's not good, right? But he just fits their timeline so much more. Man, this is, and I'm getting more like trade news as this is going on. Like there's so much on my mind that I'm just kind of going crazy. But let's get back on track. The Cavaliers need to make a push this year. James Harden needs to be able to elevate this team, and I really think that he will be able to. The defense makes me question a little bit. I know that their front court is good, and I know that they have good pieces around them, right? They just got Keon Ellis as a backup guard, so that's a good deal, but man, this is going to be really fun. Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen will be unlocked to their fullest potential with James Harden. This is probably one of the best things to happen for their careers. This makes me wonder what kind of offense the Cavs run now. Do they run a pick and roll with Harden and Mobley? And have Donovan Mitchell as kind of this wing? Let's set pin down screens for you, try to get you open so Harden can hit you out, hit the floater, or hit the roll man. It's really interesting, and I think it unlocks a lot for this offense, and I'm really, really excited to see James Harden suit up for this team. This will be so much fun. As much as it weirds me out, it is going to be exciting, and I am very excited to see how this all blends together. They just have to capitalize on the Eastern Conference not being in a good spot, right? We're seeing the New York Knicks, while they are bouncing back, they are on a very, very rough stretch right now, and it does not look good for them, so they need to be able to take advantage of this. I don't know if Garland is not their guy. I don't know if they were too concerned about his injury history. I don't know what. But the fact that Harden is 10 years older and is like 10 to 15 years older than not 15, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but like 10 to 12 years older than the rest of their core, right? You think about Mobley, you think about Mitchell, you think about Allen, you just think about all these guys, and like he's just so much older that I think they're pulling the trigger now, and it'll be interesting to see if they are able to capitalize on it. For the Clippers side of things, what does this mean for the rest of their team? They're lighting it up so well. that I don't know. I don't know what they do. This is really weird to just kind of blow it up while it's going so well. I know that there were talks from the Clippers not too long ago where they were saying they wanted to reset their books and just have open cap for 2027. I don't know if this is a move or an advance towards that. It looks kind of like it. I don't know what other moves they make. I feel like this isn't the only one because this is a really weird move to do if it is. I think Zubac's production goes down. I think John Collins' production goes down a little bit. And Kawhi Leonard has to shoulder literally everything for this team now, which is scary because he is great. He's very inconsistent, and man, this is wild. Let's talk about a more juicy topic with this team, though. Does this mean Kawhi Leonard's on the move? Giannis sweepstakes? I don't know. I don't think so, but it's just interesting to think about Kawhi Leonard's future. I think that this team is going to kind of stay pat. I don't think I feel like they don't think they're a playoff team or a play-in team, which is weird because they are clearly showing that they can. We'll see, though. I doubt this is the last move they make. We just have to see with these next 2 days what else they do before the deadline. And, yeah, but I think they're done. I don't think they're done. We just kind of have to see what they do. This is a crazy trade to drop. But, yeah, this has been a crazy deadline, so we'll see what else they do, either team. And, yeah, that's about it. See ya.